Okay, Taurus. So it starts with the Five of Cups. We actually ended up getting 5 cards. That's just how it came out for you. So this is going to be pretty interesting. So just scoot a little bit. Okay, so we've got 5 of Cups. Let's just take a look at this card really quick. She's completely focused on the 3 cups that's spilled over. And guess what? There's 2 more cups just chilling. That bottle of wine's still there, ready to be imbibed or whatever. There's a freaking lobster and a wonderful picnic on that table, just waiting for her, balloons and everything. It's a great day. Everyone, like, it's a celebration, and she's just sitting and crying over these 3 cups of wine on the ground. But where are the other people? If this is a celebration or a picnic or something to enjoy with others, where are the other people? You know what I mean? Maybe they dropped those cups and they peaced out. So I'm feeling like this is a card of feeling like I'm being left out in the cold, almost a little bit. Or like emotionally, this is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling all alone. Or like even in a room full of people, I feel completely alone. Or feeling totally isolated, emotionally isolated. Do you know what I mean? Or this could be like totally getting wrapped up in my own emotions and completely being oblivious to all the great things that are around me. You know what I mean? It's just different ways of saying it. There's a little bit of a depression over, and when I see the number 5 for me represents change. So I feel like things are changing for you, and it may feel overwhelming, like you're trying to keep things the same, but you can't. So it's, creating this upset within you, which is very Taurus. Taurus likes to have things stay the same. And especially emotionally, I think they like to keep things, let's keep things on this certain level all the time. And something's shifting here emotionally for you in the beginning of February. So there's a little sense of being upset or stressed out or even a little bit of depressed. But that's life, If life was constantly consistent, it'd be so insanely boring. Like, what's the point of living? You know what I mean? So life is all about, like, the only thing consistent in life is change. So we have to be open to shifting with the changes of the universe. You know what I mean? So, which brings us to the second week. So you're feeling a little unbalanced emotionally in the first week. And then the second week, we have the Temperance card, which is completely all about balance. Like, let's get ourselves together here. But at the same time, it's impossible to stay balanced all the time. Even though she's standing in this tree pose, if you've ever done the tree pose in yoga, you know that you can stand up there for a while if you want to, but at some point you're going to start to sway, because that's just the way our bodies are on this earth. We sway a little bit from breathing, from our pulse, of standing in this tree pose, we sway a little bit. And even, trees in real life with the breeze, they sway. They bend with the breeze. working with the shifts that come your way. And if you look in the background, she's got like a book on dieting and like healthy greens, some kind of gross smoothie thing. Or no, it's just water. But like those gross juices that people do. But I've always done juicing anyway, so who am I to say something like that? But anyway. And then she's got delicious cupcakes on the other side, which is saying, keeping your balance between, with this, it's like keeping my balance between healthy eating and enjoying what I'm eating. So keeping my balance in, doing things a certain way, but then also doing things that, fill my heart with joy, that make me happy at the same time. Like, you can't just completely cut out cake and desserts. It's so boring to live in that world where you don't allow yourself to enjoy certain foods, because you need to stay within this diet. It is okay to have a little bit, you know what I mean? I always feel like it's such a shame when people do diets and restrict themselves. I definitely went through that last year of like totally being afraid of eating anything. It was actually pretty mentally exhausting and miserable. I was completely miserable. So I just started being like, you know what, I'm just going to eat whatever makes me happy. And that's that. So, doing things, keeping the balance between what makes you happy and also what what you think is expected of you, or, something like that. You know what I mean? Keeping the balance in your life, but also finding the joy in it all. Because I feel like in the third week, it's kind of like the pendulum is swinging in the complete opposite direction. Feeling mentally unbalanced, and then really, really trying hard to get myself rebalanced again. And then now here I am, King of Wands in reverse, trying to create things for myself, trying to force things to happen. And in that process, I become very, very demanding, very manipulative, very, the word egocentric just came up, very overpowering, domineering, kind of energy. Maybe somebody kind of threw you off kilter here, made you feel like you've lost a sense of control, and now you're trying to get that control back by balancing everything in your life, getting everything back to what you feel is, normal in your life. And the pendulum just swings all the way over to the other side, and now you're being, I have to control everything in my life. I have to do everything my way. It's going to be my way or the freaking highway. Get out of here. If you can't roll with what I'm trying to do, then I don't want anything to do with you. That's a little rhyme. But yeah, that kind of energy in the third week. Manipulative, controlling, domineering. This is a dictatorship, not a community, you know what I mean? Like not wanting to hear what anyone else has to say. It's my way or the highway kind of energy. The fourth week, we got 2 cards coming up. So we're creating we've got ourselves swung all the way over here with that pendulum going to the other extreme of feeling like I have to control the outcome of everything. I have to be on top. I have to be the leader. We have to do it my way. to, in order to, create more income for me. And I feel like that's the thing about that Taurus likes to find safety in material items, or specifically in money and saving money and finding new ways to create income. Do you know what I mean? Or it might not be just income. It could be like, bringing in more creative or more material items into your life, physical things. So 3 of Pentacles, there's this, you're starting to work with others a little bit, or you've started something with others where maybe you're in charge, and then it becomes this we've got the King of Pentacles where it's like a little obsessive about money. It's like the same energy as this, where I'm trying to control the finances, but it could be like I'm holding on so tightly that it's like just slipping right through my fingers. You know what I mean? So there's a potential to lose things here because you're so overly focused on trying to control everything this month. So it's like the way to avoid feeling like you're losing something in your life is to not hold on so tightly to it. Because there's just this feeling of, there's change happening here. There's something is changing in your life, and understanding that it's not, whatever this is not meant for you anymore. So it seems like whatever emotionally is happening in the beginning of the month, you're trying to distract yourself by becoming extremely obsessively over-focused on a certain aspect of your life, which seems like money, career, which seems like something to do with you're trying to be in charge of something else. So it's like, I feel like I can't control my emotions, so I'm going to control something else in my life. There's some other area of my life that I can control, and I'm going to become so overly obsessive about it that it can become destructive in that way. Like you're taking it all out on this area, and you're having the opposite result of what you want for this specific area of your life. And what we need to do is just stay centered, stay balanced, eat that cake this month, find the things that make you happy this month, instead of, putting the anger and the frustration into some other aspect of your life. Like, you may not think that you're putting that anger and frustration into your career and stuff, but I feel like there's you're subconsciously letting it out on this specific area of your life instead of where it needs to be let out through your emotions, just feeling it and letting it out, like, to whoever made you feel this way, or in the comfort of your own home by yourself, writing it out, something like that. Do you know what I mean? So we want to stay in this month. This is like the only card that seems pretty positive here. This could seem a little bit positive, like creating new things for yourself, but I feel since it's between these two cards of manipulation and control over my future and my career, it feels like, it doesn't feel very positive. It kind of feels like you're trying to force things here. Maybe and it could be affecting other people in your life that are kind of like, what the hell is going on with her or him this month? So just something to consider. Maybe getting into yoga this month will really benefit you. Trying to keep the balance between certain aspects of your life, not swinging the pendulum all the way to the other extreme, if that makes sense. So I'm just pulling one card from the Romance Angels. Okay, so this is interesting. We have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So if you're in a relationship, this could be the potential of an engagement, but I kind of feel like what's going on with this card is I feel like it's an emotional test of whatever kind of relationship that you're in, to see how strong it is. Do you know what I mean? So I want to pull the book on this and see exactly what it says for this card. There may be a potential for breaking up with someone this month too. Just because I know it says engagement on it, but you know, with this card and with the dominating energies of the other cards, it could be that some people aren't passing their test, basically, as far as commitment goes. It could be that maybe you are getting engaged and now we're getting like way overly anxious and stressed about planning it and the finances involved in it, getting too stressed out about it. Let me see here. So engagement. This is what it says. Congratulations, this card signals pending nuptials beginning with a romantic engagement. Even if you're not presently in a relationship, the romance angels can see one upon your horizon. So maybe that's what this is making sure that you're staying balanced so that you can see, maybe this is an ending to some relationship, or maybe feeling like you are all alone and you want that connection with someone, and there's a potential to find someone later in the month, but you have to stay balanced and not distract yourself with material things. You know what I mean? This card comes to you as reassurance, specifically so that you'll choose to release any worries about whether you'll get married, because you will. That could be what this card's all about. Deep romantic love, in which you feel treasured, is in the cards for you. The deeper meaning of this card relates to commitment. First, you commit to taking care of yourself. You establish boundaries about what you will and won't accept in your relationships and in any other area of life, such as career, home, lifestyle, and so on. Next, you honor your self-commitment by taking decisive action and telling others how you truthfully feel about their behavior. See, that's kind of what I was saying. You need to let it out instead of putting that frustration into some other area of your life. You know what I mean? So as you commit to yourself, the universe sends you additional experiences of loving commitment, including the promise of marriage. If that's what you want for yourself. Not everybody wants to be in, a committed relationship with someone, but I mean like a, marriage, but maybe a partnership, or maybe it's friendship, like a stronger, friendship with someone, So that definitely kind of says everything that I was just saying here. Not putting the frustration into some other area of your life and staying balanced so that you can be open to it. Okay, and I just wanted to show you this painting that I did for you guys. I meditated on your energy this month, and it felt like I was painting like the number 8 or like the infinity. So something about the number 8 seems very prominent to you guys this month. So keep an eye out for that number. Number 8 for me is all about power. So maybe, be careful of how much you get wrapped up in feeling like you need to be in charge of everything. Also infinity, nothing, these things that you're going through are so, minute in the grand scheme of things in this never-ending universe. So just, looking at it from that perspective, like how big is this really to you? You know what I mean? So getting connected again to yourself, getting balanced is the key this month.